What it do? Hope you guys are doing well. This is how I made $50 trading the S&P 500 this morning. I only made $50, and typically I wouldn't even make a video on a trade that's sub like $70 because that's pretty much just break even. But I figured today was actually a great example to share about how to take a proper revenge trade. So, let's get into it. Again, I'm going to start every video the same way I do every time. Did we have CRT on the daily chart? This will help you find your bias. All you got to do, this is a 3 candlestick setup essentially, or truly a 2 candlestick. So if you're looking at today, this is today's chart, okay, today's candlestick. However, we have the previous day, yesterday. So in this example, today is the 11th, yesterday was the 10th, and the day before was the 9th. So the 9th forms, then the 10th forms. As you can see, the 10th swept the 9th's high. It never went and swept the low, okay? And we closed with inside the range. And what I mean by the range is from wick to wick. So we swept one side and closed with inside of the range. Okay? That makes me believe that we are bearish for the day. All I'm saying is, just off of that confluence in Bias Finder alone, if you just would have clicked short at the beginning of the day, you probably would have made money. Actually, you wouldn't have, because of a reason I will share in just a moment. But the 4 hour was bearish because we were closed beneath the most previous low, and the 1 hour was technically bullish, and we were super fucking high up already in pre-market. So we had swept this most recent high, hourly high I believe, in pre-market. Actually, that was a 4 hour high. Either way, I mark out the 8 a.m. zone, but that doesn't really matter because I knew the 8 a.m. zone wasn't going to be tested. We were already so far from it. I took my first entry after we swept liquidity. Went down to the 1 minute. Wait for a break of structure. I want to say no, we didn't inverse, but we did have a strong break of structure on the 5 minute, which is a great sign after a liquidity sweep that we're going to be reversing. So I took the trade on the way down somewhere in here. This is the second entry. I took 2 trades. I lost the first one and I won the second one. And I literally re-entered the exact same trade. It's only like the position of entry is the only thing that changes, but either way, I had stops right here above these highs on the 1 minute, and this candlestick came and ripped super quick, so it was like a momentary trade. I took the second one right here on this candlestick on the way back down because I was confident in my bias that we were going to be short today. We also had filled this 5 minute fair value gap. One thing to keep in mind is that we had a huge 15-minute fair value gap right here, and we were literally inside a 30-minute fair value gap, basically my entire trade. So I knew that there was a good chance that we could reverse or just retest and then go back upwards and continue the 1 hour trend. So I was keeping stops as tight as I possibly could. I lost $100 on that first trade. I re-entered, risked I think another 100 on my 1 to 2 to make 200, but it's very important that you understand where your premiums and your sell prices are. So on the 1 hour chart, I went from swing to swing, and I actually think I did the 15-minute chart because it was the cleanest. So I went from swing to swing, okay, from the bottom of this downtrend to the top of this uptrend. And I put my first take profit at the equilibrium point, just in case I wanted to touch into equilibrium and reverse back up, because remember, we are in a 30-minute fair value gap. However, we continue downwards, and my stop loss is at break even at this point. Once I hit partials, I'm pulling out half. At that point, I can't lose anymore. It's very important you do that. I keep this the same just to show you guys for reference. You can see I almost got stopped out again, coming back up to these same highs, but I did not. And we continued downwards. We closed really strongly right here, and I let the trade ride out. I could have totally, now that I, in hindsight, see, I could have totally put my stops or my take profit at the most high draw in liquidity. But I didn't. I played it safe and I kept it at the 72 extension range. Price kind of fiddled around a little bit. It was kind of rejecting up here and then it closed below. But the point of this video is that it isn't good to marry your bias. It is not good to revenge trade. But when you've been trading for as long as I have, which isn't, by all means, isn't that long, but I have started to understand the market a little bit better. And honestly, as bad as it is to say, I just felt this one. I mean, it was clear that we were going to be bearish. I had a 4-hour bearish trend. I had bearish CRT. I did have bullish 1-hour pressure, but we were in a 4-hour fair value gap to the downside. And in pre-market, we had already swept the previous high draw in liquidity. Like, we had already done that. We're already so drawn up. Do you really think we're going to go hit all-time highs up here? No. No, the answer is no. So, you scale down to a low time frame, like I did the 5-minute. Oh, what's this? Big break of structure. Take the trade. I took the trade right there, by the way. The first one. And then it stopped me out with this next candlestick. Okay, that's fine. Because we're still in a 5-minute downtrend. It just came up and wanted to test this fair value gap. And it was a bit of aggressive test, so it stopped me out. That's fine. Re-enter. Look what happens. Like I said, do not mirror your bias. Like, you have to kind of understand where you're going wrong or right in this situation. Had we not been this high drawn up already and swept this liquidity, I think me taking another trade in the same direction would have been very silly. But in this case, we did. So it's important to keep that in mind. I didn't expect us to go this low, but maybe I should have. But I mean, look at that. I mean, bang bang cyber gang. Only $50, which sucks because I lost the first trade, but we're up on the account. I'm up like $600 this month. I'm going to try and keep that trend going. Friday is CPI day, which means my practice account on the 150K, it's die or fly, my friend. I think I'm going to make like a live trade video. Usually I make like shorts for that kind of thing, but I'm going to make like a live trade sort of video, I think. What time is CPI? CPI is at 8:30. Oh shit. Never mind. No live trade. Either way, you can check out my socials right here. Give me any sort of recommendation you may feel be useful to you, and I will try and help you or answer any sort of question you have. You can watch the last video to see how I did. Subscribe to continue seeing this Road to Funded series play out and watch me get funded right before your eyes. Okay guys, deuces.